Alright, so we are back, not in the Let's Play, because that's done and over with. That's old news. But we have finished the game. And, well, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, it kind of started off as one game and then ended sort of like another game.
Yeah. Was it... Let's just go with the simple stuff. Was it good, or was it bad, or was it somewhere in between?
I think good mostly.
Yeah. I would say, on the whole, good. The puzzles were a bit hard, though.
And they came sort of out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like, we had one game, and it was kind of simple, and it was story-based, and then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, if you don't make it through these puzzles, you're stuck.
And those puzzles were hard.
Yeah. I mean, if we hadn't been, like, super smart, or super...
Brainiacs.
Whatever. However you want to
Lucky
say it.
Brainiacs.
Yes. If we hadn't been there, we would never have gotten to that. Like, we couldn't even do that. You would have instant game over if you hadn't guessed that one right.
I'm thinking, how were we supposed to know the word was strange?
Yeah. Like, you mean by not just guessing as I did?
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea. Maybe we just missed something in one of the, like, really, really long takes, but I don't think we did. I think we actually... Maybe you have to guess a little too hard. Like, for me, it wasn't the first choice or the second choice or even the third choice for an opposite word to charm, being strange. But it was like grasping at straws. So luckily, we grasped the right one, I suppose. But aside from that, I kind of liked how it started as something supernatural. And you didn't really know why the team had broken up. And then at the very end, like, everything had to do with his journey to becoming her. And he and she, both of them really didn't want to deal with that because they didn't feel brave enough to be honest about their transition. So they just left everyone. Yeah. And I guess that month that he was away, he was probably like trying on the new persona as a woman. And that's when Stan like saw him.
Exactly, yeah. Because we get some clues there in his notes.
Yeah. And that's of course why Sirius broke up with Kyoko, because he wasn't in love with her. He wanted to be a girl just like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
or maybe he was afraid that she would not love him back when he was her.
Yeah. It's like an interesting thing there. Coming to terms with who you really are, I think, is the main message here. Wrapped in like supernatural ghost stories and how that impacts all of your friends maybe as well. Because all of them had their own problems, but they all had to do with him leaving them. And he and she, damn it, that's hard. The person, in whichever shape, was the heart of the group. Yeah. So without Sirius there, everything just kind of fell apart. It's kind of my take on it.
And I guess being whatever it is, it's like you need to make choices and being in choices in your life and being honest to your friends and family about anything that goes on in your life, so that you'll be able to look yourself in the mirror. Like I can be proud of this. I can be honest about this.
Because the whole mirror theme was basically like we got told through the ghost, like, don't look in the mirror because scary and horrible things will happen. But that was just Sirius' own mind game. Like, I don't feel comfortable looking in the mirror because the person staring back at me is not the person I want to be.
Exactly. So
I want to be someone else. So that's a horrible moment for me to look at this man when I don't want to be a man. I want to be a woman.
Yeah. But I also think it's kind of interesting that at the beginning of the game, both you and I were like, we're not really sure if this is a guy or a girl.
So were we like on point, or were they on point with the design?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
we
a little bit of both.
Girl, guy. I have no idea. And then it kind of fell into place that, yeah, they see him as a man right now, anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we got the good ending. Everyone accepted him for
who she is,
wanted to be.
Yeah.
And they also went the Scooby-Doo route and wanted to bust some ghosts.
Yeah.
And we are already a level 7 ghost killer.
So yeah, that's good for our future career as a ghost.
Yes, we are well on our way.
Killer.
So yeah, to wrap this up, if we have a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this a somewhat strong 3.5, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was interesting all the way through.
Yep.
And I like the graphics, and I kind of like the mind games.
Story was good. Very serious theme. Like, especially seeing as it's they did say like that it would deal with ghosts both within and without, like inner and outer ghosts. So that kind of, we understood what they meant at the end, but that was unclear to begin with. But
it was also kind of funny at times.
It was. They had a good group of characters, I thought.
Yeah.
And all of them ended up being quite decent people. Like when we first ran into Kyoko, for instance, I thought like, oh, she seems pretty horrible. But she was the one who had been let down and not the other way around.
Exactly.
So yeah. Anyway, we are done. And I hope that all of you that were along for the ride, so to speak, had as much fun as we had, and that we will see you in future Let's Plays. It might not be indie games, even though we are both kind of enjoying that genre. It might not be horror games, but that's, again, we kind of enjoy that genre, so don't be surprised if it's indie and horror. But, you never know. But until we see you, have a good one, and, see you out in gaming land. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching this review of Image of Perfection. Hopefully it gave you a feel for what the game is about and how we felt about it. We also hope to see you again in future videos, but for now, it's time for us to say bye-bye.